3, 2, 1, action. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the podcast. I'm Parker.
It's your boy Trex.
It's your little guy, Jack.
And this is the podcast. We still don't have a name for it.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it
One
out.
day.
So Jack, what have you been playing this week?
So I've been continuing with Deadly Premonition.
All right, cool. Trex, what have you been playing this week?
There's something else that I was gonna say.
Okay.
There's one thing about the game that I'm gonna say, and then it's what my roommate's been playing.
Okay.
So the game finally had its first like super cool moment that I genuinely was like, that was very good. Like story wise, like they did a really cool. I don't want to say anything because it was a big spoiler since no one's gonna play it, you know. But no, I genuinely was like, that was really cool. I really enjoyed that.
Okay.
But it did in the past week has crashed 6 times.
That's too many times, man.
3 times, half the times the game just crashed. The other times I had to turn off my computer completely.
Oh gosh.
But my roommate has been playing the Uncharted series.
Oh.
So I've been rewatching Uncharted 1, and now he's in the middle of Uncharted 2.
Uncharted 2, best game of all time.
Even though Uncharted 3 is better.
It's objectively not.
No, it is factually yes.
Should
no,
we get in the ring and fight about it?
It's interesting, like, to see just how great Naughty Dog knows how to deal with the consoles. Like, even when they released the first one, like, you got to put on your like 2007 goggles and be like, wow, this was beautiful.
Oh yeah.
And then to like understand like, oh, this was pretty back then, and then to know in 2009 they released Uncharted 2 and it looks leagues better. And it's like, shit, how did they learn the console so fast for them to make Uncharted 3 and be like, wow, this looks even better?
Yeah, dude, they always have like such visually impressive games.
And then for them to release like Last of Us and be like, shit, they've perfected it. Like, they have done everything you can with the PS3.
And
to
then,
now with Last of Us 2, like, I'm like, dude, shit, what else can be next?
well, also apparently, and apparently, Uncharted 4 is one of the most expensive games ever made because they had to get all the graphics right. So that's interesting.
It is.
Wow.
Uncharted 4, I played, it was like 4 hours into it when I realized there was no loading screens.
Yeah, dude, that game is insane.
They're
It's
also
so good.
really, they know how to hide their loading screens. And it's like, once you've played enough of their games, you understand, like, how they do it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still, like, Naughty Dog's just great.
Yeah, no,
But
that's good stuff.
that's what I've been doing.
Hell, dude, that sounds like a great week. Trex, what have you been playing?
A little bit of that Call of Duty Modern Warfare beta
Yeah, so
crossplay.
crossplay edition.
Yeah.
Yeah, how was it? Talk about it. What'd you like? What'd you not like? And why?
Okay, so right off the bat, my favorite mode is still the 2v2.
Okay, wow, still okay.
Yeah, my second favorite mode is probably the cyber attack mode.
I heard good things about that.
Yeah, they kind of they changed out modes every day during the whole weekend. It was pretty cool. It was nice to see the little PlayStation symbol and the Xbox symbol and the PC all in one
together.
lobby. I will say the lobbies were pretty toxic. Brought me back to the good old 360 days where it was just open mic.
Nice. A lot of kids doing your mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you kill someone, you get their open mic feed when you kill them for like a split second, so you get to hear people yell "fuck." And,
I kind of dig that. That's very funny.
oh yeah, I love it. I loved it.
That's
I loved
awesome.
it really brought me back.
Yeah.
Overall, I had a really good time. I can't wait for launch. I want to see how this one does.
Dude, I'm so excited for it. And we'll talk about COD more later in the podcast.
What have you been playing, Parker?
I've been playing a lot of World of Warcraft. I cannot stop. WoW Classic has changed my life, but I haven't been playing WoW Classic. I've been playing retail. So I've been playing Battle for Azeroth.
I thought you said retail was trash.
Oh,
So, no, well, okay, so retail is trash. Retail, it's like, okay, so like I would rather be like, so I like both games, right? So Classic hits me. Like, I have fun in Classic in ways that are way different than retail. But in retail, I have fun because the game is so massive and it's been out for so long that there's so much content to do that I feel like every time I go in, I'm chipping away at like this massive project that one day I'll have finished. So that feels satisfying. But I've been playing a lot of retail because the new content patch dropped today. So 8.2.5 dropped today, which is a huge deal. Some people are saying it's going to be the last content update of Battle for Azeroth. So that means that World of Warcraft is this horrible, horrible, terrible, no good, very bad expansion is coming to a close. And anybody that knows anything about World of Warcraft knows that they flip-flop. So, like, if one expansion is bad, so, like, if Cataclysm is bad, Mists of Pandaria is going to be good. Warlords of Draenor is bad. Legion is great. Battle for Azeroth, terrible. So this next expansion is going to be awesome. So we'll see. But yeah, that's what I've been playing. I cannot get enough of it. That content dropped today, and I can't wait to jump into it after we record this. So, but yeah, that's it.
Oh shit! No, last night I started Resident Evil 7.
Oh, how's that
in VR?
In VR. So VR is something I want to talk about. So this is actually a really good transition into the state of play, which happened today. And it was pretty bad. I was not like at all excited about most of the things that happened on the screen before my eyes. But and Jack, I'll let you get back to the Resident Evil thing. But I wanted to say,
I had nothing really to say other than that's what I was playing.
Oh, word. Well,
and it's spooky, and I got to take out my VR headset after it's sitting in its box for quite a while.
Well, so State of Play didn't make me excited about really anything, except Call of Duty, of course, because it's COD. We just talked about that, but we'll talk about it more because that trailer, oh my god. But the thing that State of Play did make me excited about was VR. Because
I was not expecting them to like bust out
so many games.
Yeah, because also like a few weeks ago, I was looking into like, oh, is LA Noire like the VR shit on PS4, and it wasn't. I was like, oh, that sucks. Whatever. Right. And now they're like, yeah, it's out today. You can get it. And I was like, I literally just spent $20 on Resident Evil 7. I don't know if I'll get LA Noire.
But you could if you wanted to.
I could, yeah. And like sooner or later, I'll probably get it. Because the one thing that I don't like about Resi 7's VR is that it's not VR, and they just ported it to it.
Oh.
So you still have to use the controller.
Oh, yeah, no, don't like that.
Which is just, like, it's fine, but it's just kind of whack. And it's like with the LA Noire, the VR case files, you actually use the motion controls, and, like, it's designed as a VR game.
Right. Yeah, I'm excited. I saw that Gorn is coming to PSVR.
Yeah,
and that's, like, so I have a Vive, right? And I haven't been able to use it in, like, a year because I don't have the space in this tiny apartment. But Gorn is by far, like, I think I have, like, close to 45, 50 hours in that game, and it's a VR game, so you can't really play them for that long at one time. But god damn, I would buy a PSVR and sell my couch to have space to play it. Like I saw Gorn and I got immediately excited.
Yeah, I might pick that up because I wanted to play that.
So do you guys think that VR is kind of having a second life right now?
No,
I still think it's a kind of a failed product.
I don't think it's a failed product. I just think it's as big as it's going to be.
It's the people who are into VR are into VR.
Yep.
And if you're not already there, you probably won't.
Okay.
It's fun.
But at the same time, I think the PlayStation VR is the cheapest option. Yeah. I think still.
Pretty sure.
And so for them to have like these games that have been on like the Vive for so long, for it to finally be on like the cheapest option, like this is like the easiest way to get in, because most people already own, like most people who watch the State of Play probably also own a PS4.
Yes.
So they're like, oh shit, I could drop like a few hundos and get a VR instead of like 800 or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
so with PlayStation
affordable.
kind of showing support for the VR unit kind of this late in their console life cycle, do you think that they're going to double down on it on the next console?
I don't think any doubling will happen, but I think that it will still be a thing on the PS5.
Yeah.
I don't see them doubling down, though, because like PlayStation has never doubled down on something that they've like added. Like they had the PlayStation Move, And like, as somebody that worked at GameStop, multiple GameStops for multiple years, I can tell you the thing that moves the slowest, other than third-party Wii games, PlayStation Move controllers, because nobody uses it, and they didn't support it after they made it. So like, if they do support PSVR, which I don't know why they wouldn't, because it's obviously making them money. I don't see them doubling down on it though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And I bought the PSVR like day one.
Yeah, I remember that.
Because it was more of just how Shuhei was talking about it, and it got me pumped because he was super passionate about it.
Mm-hmm.
So I have like the first generation version, which there isn't like, they've moved the buttons around, I think, for like the headset itself for whatever. So when I use, my friend has a second generation. So when I used his, I felt like an idiot.
Oh, really?
I was like, where's all your butt? Like, what? This doesn't make any sense. So I'm like moving around. He's like, what are you doing? But the biggest letdown, I think, of the like second generation of PSVR is they took out the headphone jack and they now have the earbuds.
Yeah, it's weird looking.
And on mine, I can wear whatever headphones I want.
Love that. Love that.
So
That's how the Vive is too.
Yeah, so when I found out that they like, and it's like, I know that the later Vives have like their own integrated headsets.
Right.
But they're like designed a certain way. And I'm like, those I'm fine with, because I'm like, those are meant so you can hear around you still, blah, blah, blah. But with the PSVR, it's like, they're just like shitty earbuds.
Right.
And I'm like, dang, I can't use my full-on gamer headsets.
Right, and especially since they sell, like Sony themselves sell,
like
headphones that are awesome.
Like pretty nice ones, yeah. So that's like probably the biggest down is like, oh, so I'm supposed to be in this like fully immersed like experience, but I'm wearing these dinky tinny headphones.
Yikes.
That's like the biggest downfall for, I guess, the second generation, but I guess I'm glad I have the earlier ones.
Oh yeah, big time. Yeah, I'll be looking into it for sure, or at least paying more attention to VR, or taking it more seriously because of this state of play, I guess. Even though it was just a sizzle reel. How about we talk about Call of Duty, because we're talking about the state of play, so let's talk about it.
Yeah.
That trailer drops mic. That's it. That's the podcast. Like, fuck.
I think I said this in the last podcast. I have never bought a Call of Duty.
Right.
But like, fuck.
That right?
Didn't I tell you that if you were to buy a Call of Duty, it'd probably be for the campaign?
It's true.
Yeah, and also I think the campaign is co-op as well.
I believe so. Don't quote me.
That'd be hard.
I heard this from one of my roommates saying that it was cross-platform co-op as well.
I know multiplayer is cross-platform.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't.
Because if that's the case, being able to play this with my two roommates, with one on the PS4, one on the Xbox, and one on the PC,
that's super cool.
That's just like that would make me like. First of all, I would buy the game even more if I could play with someone, because like I can play shitty games. I don't want to say this is just a shitty game.
No.
But like, if I'm not interested in a game, I can play a game even longer if I'm playing with someone, because like, oh, it's just super super fun.
Right.
But no, like that trailer was very good.
I mean, Trex, you sent me a message on Discord that said, "Oh my god, it looks like a movie."
Yeah.
Because it does. It's like
it really does.
Super cinematic. Like, Call of Duty games are not supposed to be cinematic. Like, I mean, they are, right? But like the way they've been made, like it's like all cinematic from the first person's perspective, right? But what they've done storytelling wise is they've taken you out of the character, and like you're watching it, and then you get to interact with the story, but the story is not like, I don't know. It's cool that they're not trying to like convince you that you're the character experiencing the things. It's like, no, you're just taking part in this story and you're along for the ride.
Yeah.
And I think that's,
and I mean, it was just a trailer,
cool.
so I don't want to like put too much stock behind it, because obviously they're going to show, the good stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, they went from having no campaign to this.
Right. I think it definitely,
as a series.
For me, it solidifies Infinity Ward as like the Call of Duty guys of the rotation.
Yeah.
Just for sure. Like, there's
Treyarch let me down.
Dude, yeah, I mean, they were so. I mean, World at War was so good, and Black Ops 2 was Black Ops 2.
Black
Like,
Ops 2 was my favorite, but now this one could be a contender.
I just like the way this one plays, and like maybe I'm a filthy casual, but I really I think this is the best Call of Duty's felt, at least coming from like a controller user.
Well, it feels like they have something for everybody because even one of their modes, they're like their 32v32 mode.
Yeah.
It feels like a battlefield map. Like there's vehicles, there's helicopters, tanks, quads. Like it feels like a battlefield map. So it feels like there's something for everybody from 64 players down to 4 players.
Is it okay? I'm gonna ask a question. Do you see like okay, Call of Duty's always been a rotation, right? Like next year we'll get a different studio that's made one.
Yeah.
Do you see this one? Like, what if they like pulled the rug out from under us and they were like, "This Call of Duty is a live service game, like Rainbow Six."
They pulled a Assassin's Creed on us.
Yeah,
Or they did with whatever.
I don't want to talk.
Odyssey?
About, we don't talk about Assassin's Creed in this podcast. Not anymore.
I mean, but that's what they did. It used to be an annual franchise, and then they just put stock behind Odyssey.
Yeah, I mean, would that make anybody upset? I don't think so.
If the game was good and if they added sufficient content to kind of keep it feeling fresh, because so Call of Duty is kind of weird. It's the highest selling game, and most of its sales are in the first month because the game literally has like a 3 to 6 month lifespan, and then people forget about it, and then people get reintroduced to it 3 or 4 months before the next one comes out.
Yep. Yeah.
So they would have to do major content drops every other month. I want to say, or even every month to keep people kind of interested in it.
Yeah.
And that kind of introduces them. I mean, they're gonna do it anyways, but microtransactions, because obviously they're gonna have to make money if this is gonna be the Call of Duty for 2 years. So.
Yeah. They always say no microtransactions, but we saw that, what happened to Black Ops 4. They said, oh, don't worry, no microtransactions. And then, they waited for the reviews to come out. And then a month into that game's life, they dropped all the microtransactions, and it's all...
Wait, they waited only a month?
Yeah, dude,
they waited for all the reviews to be out, and then, and then they added microtransactions.
Yeah, and nobody,
Talk about disrespect.
Yeah, everybody, knew it was happening and articles were written, but nobody was calling them on it. It's weird because I don't know, people are just willing to let those 13-year-olds spend that money and not say much about it. But when Battlefront does it, people want to. Well, I have a whole.
Yeah, the thing I do want to give them credit for is they have said, and they have to stick to this. There's no way they can backtrack on it because they've said it multiple times. Is that going forward, all maps that they add to the game will be free content. They're not going to do map packs or anything, so that way everyone has the same game. And that kind of goes along with the crossplay aspect, is that, if I don't know if they're doing console exclusivity with PlayStation still.
They are. I wanted to talk about some of that.
Okay, because that's kind of weird.
I agree. So from what I don't remember exactly what it is in the Spec Ops mode. I think it's a survival mode.
Oh, is it just a mode?
It's just one mode, but
the way that it sounded,
that's not as weird then.
It was a mode, and it was just play it first on.
Yeah, they always do that.
So
usually it's maps or something that they do first, and I thought that would be weird if they still had that going on.
Yeah. So, but this mode that you can play first on PS4 is exclusive for 1 year.
That's what they did with Destiny. Yeah.
1 year, 365 days. It's what the because for me that seems long for a COD exclusive thing. Usually it's PlayStation plays it 2 weeks early or whatever.
Well, it's an Activision thing. They did it with Destiny. Yeah. Destiny had 3 Crucible maps and guns that were locked on just PlayStation for a whole year.
Yeah.
But I guess after that year, it'll revamp the.
I mean, after that year, the next Call of Duty will be out. So
yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough.
Dang, interesting.
I mean, they know that PlayStation has most of the market share anyway, so they're just.
I mean, if you're a real gamer, you'll just play it on PlayStation. But that's just me.
You're a real gamer. So what else caught you? If it's cool if we move on from COD. Did anything else catch you guys' eye? We talked about VR. We talked about COD.
So I was working during the PlayStation thing. The only thing I saw was the COD event. So you guys fill me in and take me up or like deflate my hype. Either
Um,
one.
I think it's interesting. Like the trailer for Watam.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Okay,
Yeah.
I saw that. I got halfway through that, and that's when I turned it off and went back to work.
I like it was like from the guy from Katamari, and I was like,
Yep.
oh, cool.
Yeah.
This will be cool.
That was
And then
exciting.
I watched the whole trailer, and I was like, what? Like, and it wasn't like what this game is gonna be like. It's what, like, I don't know. It was more of just like I have no idea what this trailer is trying to show me.
Yeah. It was
And
just
it
like
was just
a
like,
mood.
Ooh, look at this. I'm like, what am I looking at though? Like,
Right.
ooh.
It's like when a 3-year-old tries to show you the drawing that they just made, and they're really proud of it.
You're like,
And-
wow, this is really cool.
Yeah, they're like,
Wait,
it's yeah. But like, I'm excited for it. I'm excited to watch other people play it.
yeah.
I won't
One
touch
thing I
that
will say,
garbage.
I thought it was cool that there was more of these like artsy, non-realistic games.
Yeah, I like
And
that.
then after a while, I was like, oh, this is all they're bringing to the table.
Can I be real with you
Yeah.
guys for like
Yeah.
Yeah.
just so I feel like PlayStation just fucked up because the way that they present these state of plays is comparable to a Nintendo Direct.
Yeah.
And if that game was in a Nintendo Direct, it would have gotten probably a minute of screen time, and then they
Yep.
would have moved on to something else. They like lingered on that for 5 minutes or
It
something.
was.
Yeah, well,
And it
because
wasn't
at 12 minutes and 40 seconds, Watam starts, right? Or at least in the like the YouTube stuff. So that's when it starts,
Okay.
and then the next thing doesn't start until 3 minutes later. Out of their
yeah.
20-minute Nintendo Direct, Watam got 3 minutes.
State of play, not Nintendo Direct.
Fucking what? Yeah, you're right. Well, sorry.
Don't throw Nintendo under the bus. Like
I
that.
would never.
It looks
was-
like their PSVR sizzle reel was shorter.
Yeah,
And that had like 6 games.
yeah, like fuck, man.
Yeah.
It was.
And
weird.
at least when I was watching the minute of PSVR, I was like, oh, I know what they're trying to give me. I know what this is.
right, it wasn't just like silliness.
Yeah.
Is the state of play trying to be Nintendo Direct for PlayStation?
That's what it seems like, man.
Okay, well they need to do a better job.
I agree. It feels very like,
Their pacing is way off.
yeah, it's like Nintendo can like knock it out, and for whatever reason, PlayStation feels like they're. I don't know why anybody like. It's a great idea. Like what Nintendo does with their directs is just a great idea. It's like let's keep everybody informed about what's going on at our massive company that makes video games for a lot of people, right?
Yeah, they
And-
always have something for everybody.
Yeah, and like this was not that. Like PlayStation has always, I felt like, been very bad at communicating with their audience. Like they always feel very like fellow kids when they're trying to talk about anything. Their Instagram account, their Twitter account, like everything where they try to like get people hype about their own stuff. It just comes across as forced. Like it just comes across as like artificial in every way possible.
You know what this kind of came off as? The whole state of play?
What?
What?
Those like shitty ads you see in GameStop.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you're right.
Like I was just sitting here and I was like, what? I was like, how can I describe? And like that is it. Like you're staying in line of GameStop and it's just like that one white dude with that dumbass haircut and that other
Yeah.
girl.
Yep, the
And then
redhead
it's like
girl.
they're like this week on GameStop news. I'm like, oh my god, can I have my?
And
Give me
they
my
recently
V-Bucks.
changed their format, didn't they? Wasn't this like the new format? Because I remember them saying something about a new format or something
What?
for state of play.
Oh, I have no idea. Dude, again, this is like the first one I've ever caught live, and like,
Yeah,
that's right.
usually I'll just read an article about what was in it. Like, I saw this was coming out, and like, you know, WB Games tweeted yesterday, and I was like, oh shit, state of play, and then
Wait.
Warner Brothers was
Wait.
supposed to announce something. Oh yeah,
Batman announced?
no,
Oh fuck.
Batman
Okay,
wasn't
like,
at the state of play.
Okay, because I like you said that and it brought back like flashbacks. I was like, oh wait, there can be a saving grace to this. Where's Batman?
Yeah, so there's two things that weren't there that I was looking forward to. And I wanted to talk
Okay.
about this with you guys. So Batman was very obviously not there, right? We can all agree Batman was not at that state of play. We also can agree, I believe, that that Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order wasn't there.
Yeah.
That game has been like real quiet since E3 happened. And that game comes out when Pokemon does. Same day, November 15th. I feel like we should be seeing another advertising bump for that game.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Okay.
And I think it's on purpose, and I don't think there's a reason to be afraid because they are intentionally not showing anything about that game.
What, so that it can like blow people's minds?
Even what they've shown of the game isn't even the game.
I know, right? Like the whole thing they showed at E3, the Dark Souls Star Wars stealth game.
Yeah.
That's not it. It's a Metroidvania kind of.
So I feel like they're just going to be quiet, and then like maybe a month to even a week before it comes out, then they do like a big hype, here's the hype train, and then it comes out and they just let people speak for themselves, which is really what I hope they do, because I don't want to have, you know, hype shoved down my throat just to feel disappointed at the end of the day. I would rather, you know, experience it myself or hear from my friends about it, and whatever comes of it comes of it.
I think Nintendo's good about that too. It's like they can give you the taste and then leave you like wanting more of a taste for like a year, and then so I don't know, I feel that it's just like I don't know, I was in my gut, I was like waiting for, and what you said makes total sense to me. I was just like in my gut, I was so ready for that. Like, I mean,
it's what we're used to, right? We're used to like 6 months before a game comes out, we just learn everything about the game,
and I hate that so much. I like there's part of me that hates it, right? Like Pokemon, Sun and Moon, not Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, but just regular Sun and Moon. Like they talked about those games for months before they came out, and I felt like when I got the game, I already knew everything about the game. So I'm sitting there like release night, like playing the game, and nothing was surprising because I knew everything, right? So when that shit happens with games, I can't. It's like, I don't know. I feel like I wish we'd go to like the movie trailer style of things, where like all we saw were like 2 minutes of something. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. One thing I did notice of a good chunk of the state of play was like, I don't want to say just ports, but there was like a good little bit.
Yeah, like LA Noire and Civ 6. Yeah.
Which I've never played a Civ game, but I know that'll blow up. People will buy that.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like people didn't really go batshit crazy over like Tropico 6. You know, like,
Civ's kind of gone down.
I was thinking of just like Civ fans will probably buy it.
Civ fans might buy it.
Civ fans haven't been happy with Civ for a while.
Oh,
I'd say
I'm out of the loop of the Civ.
Yeah, Civ 5 people were like, once all the DLCs had come out, like as somebody that played more Civ 5 than they probably should have, like that game started out trash and then ended up being okay, like probably the best Civ since like 4, like vanilla 4, right? And then 6 was like the most insulting Civilization game I've ever played, because it just like takes lots of it and just like strips it down. And that's not like always a popular opinion, I guess. Like there are people that love Civ 6 and there are people that just don't like Civ 6. And I feel like the people that do like Civ 6 that are gonna buy Civ 6 are on the PS4 are the people that like it on Steam and play it. Like, I don't know, the community is very fractured, and I feel like that game just leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
Plus the game's 3 years old already.
I know, and they want to sell like, if you're gonna port the game, do not sell me a 3-year-old game. Don't sell me the expansions separately.
Yeah, I noticed that. I noticed that as well.
Yeah, there's like they need me in the balls with that. It's like I would buy it if it was a $60 game and it had all of the DLC.
Wait, so it's not even like a game of the year, everything's included edition. It's just the okay, yeah, that's trash.
Yeah, it's horrible. So it's like
hot trash.
Yeah, I don't know what they're thinking. Because I don't think anybody's gonna buy it.
Do not buy that game, people that are listening.
Yeah, nobody buy it. Don't give 2K that money.
Don't fucking support that. That is absolute dog shit.
Yeah.
You know what you should buy? That dope ass Death Stranding controller.
I was gonna talk about that, dude. That is like, I have this written in my notes. Oh my god, that PS4.
The one that looks like urine.
Dude, yes.
Yes, the one that looks like urine. So
that shit is sexy.
When the Death Stranding thing, I was like, oh cool, more Death Stranding thing. I'm not gonna understand. I'm about to eat this up. That controller came out, I literally went,
yeah, dude.
oh! I think the PS4 Pro looks kind of cool, but I'm also not a fan of special edition PS4s. Like I like my PS4s to just be like the like just regular black version.
Yeah.
Like this is kind of slick, but also that controller, it says Death Stranding. Like I hope they sell it.
You know they won't. Like that's the thing, and that's why
I know they won't.
I almost
Find it on eBay.
maybe I'm tempted to pre-order this system, and I don't always say that about systems.
What's so great about the controller?
That's dope.
Okay,
It's
fucking cool, man. Have you seen it?
It's translucent yellow and looks like pee.
It's cool, man.
I am a slut for translucent anything.
Yeah.
Like I wish they released that new translucent like clear controller, like regular white, and I wish the whole thing was translucent. So like this says Death Stranding. I'm a big fan of pee. Like that just like eat me up.
Oh god.
No,
how much Death Stranding PS4 Pro? How much are they selling this for?
I bet it's gonna be like
probably the same price as a PS Pro.
Is it 400? They're usually a little bit more expensive.
Oh, yeah,
actually, this
comes
looks
with the game.
It says Death Stranding on the front of the PS4 as well. That's cool. That actually looks pretty slick. It looks like it's matte.
Yeah, I have my Star Wars PS Pro.
Ooh,
limited edition will be available across U.S. and Canada retailers for $3.99 USD.
Yep.
Yeah. So then $3.99.
Yeah. So that's about normal. Fun fact about the Star Wars:
$400 for a controller.
No, I'm not.
I probably won't, unless my PS4 is pooping out, and then I'll be like, I guess I have to get a PS4 Pro.
Okay, so here's the thing. Okay, I need to talk to you guys. Next gen comes out next year or the year after that, and you're telling me you're gonna spend $400
on the controller,
a piece of shit that sounds like a jet engine taking off every 5 minutes whenever you turn it on. That's what you're spending your $400 on.
Does the PS4 Pro also sound like a jet engine?
Yes, it sounds like a Morse jet engine because it has more shit going on inside of it.
Like,
no, I probably won't, but I want. Okay, they also said that this can. Okay, blog.us.playstation. It says that the bundle also includes an orange translucent controller. That controller's not orange.
It's yellow. It's a yellow controller.
That's yellow.
I mean, it's urine colored.
Looks a little orange on the sides.
If you're unhealthy, then it's orange.
Damn
yeah.
If you're healthy, then it's clear.
Damn it! The controller will decide what color it is.
Yeah.
Pick it up. Hey,
Also, wait, hold on. So this says orange translucent DualShock 4 controller that is the same color as the game's BB pod. I guess that's what they call it.
Like where the baby is,
and it's just 2 Bs. But throughout the game, you can gently rock the controller to emulate holding the BB pod in your own hands. Sony, who wrote this?
Fucking Kojima.
What, dude?
Am I right?
Hideo Kojima is like such a.
Did he
cool
write this
guy.
himself?
Probably, dude. He probably.
I hope he
did.
was like, "We're making a P-color controller, and you can rock it like a baby."
Alrighty.
Just like PlayStation.
So what is this after party game? I see this next.
Okay.
I've heard things about it.
I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah. Did you play Oxenfree?
No.
Play that? Okay. It's by the people that made that. Big indie game company made a game. Jack, do you want to explain?
Okay.
I know. I literally have only seen the trailer.
Okay.
But I guess I'll try to explain it. Yeah. Let me get the wiki up.
I can just tell you. It's
yeah.
Like, so basically what happens is like you and your friend die and you go to hell. And you are really like you are party animals, right?
Okay.
And so like there's some like to get out of hell because like I think the whole point of the game is that you're trying to get back up to Earth from hell.
Apparently you died the day before you're graduating college.
Yeah.
So then you get sent down to hell, and then you somehow find out there's a loophole, and you have to out drink Satan, and he'll let you go back to Earth.
But Satan doesn't have a liver, so.
And Satan goes, if you want to drink against me, you have to drink against all these other Satan people.
Oh, yeah. So it's College Simulator.
It's
basically.
Yeah, basically.
So the whole game is you going around hell with your best bud, just doing drinking games and just crushing other demons.
It looks like kind of fun, and you play like beer pong and all that kind of stuff.
Is it multiplayer?
Probably not.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so.
No. It would be really cool if it was multiplayer, because throughout the whole trailer they're like playing with your best friend.
You
blah,
and
blah,
your
like,
friend.
So if you could actually play with your friend, that'd be really cool. I think the art style is interesting.
The voice acting's good.
Yeah, I thought the whole trailer was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's worth looking into.
Are you guys excited about Medieval?
So I was trying to download the demo when I got home, and I couldn't find just the demo. I hope I don't have to pre-order the game to play it, but I thought it looks pretty good. Is this a sequel or is this a remake of the PS1 game?
It's a remake.
It's a remake. It's like the Crash remakes and stuff.
Okay.
It looks really good. I mean, it looks cute. It's like only $30.
Okay.
Only 30.
I'm just saying, you know.
That's half a modern game.
They could have pulled a Link's Awakening and charged $60 for a 10-hour game. That's
Okay.
all I'm saying.
Wait, they charged $60 for that?
Yeah. Yep.
Listen, I heard you can go fishing in Link's Awakening. That's worth $60 alone.
All right, man. I mean, listen, as somebody that enjoys fishing in like every video game ever, I have to work on my fishing for WoW. That's the thing that I'm doing tonight.
God.
Fishing doesn't make me want to pay $60 for Link's Awakening. But I don't want. This isn't the Link's Awakening shitty podcast hour or whatever. Let's talk about Last of Us. Not Last of Us 2. Let's talk about the PS Plus lineup. Last of Us is free this month. Or October, yeah. Last of Us and MLB The Show 19.
So if you haven't played The Last of Us or MLB The Show, now's your chance.
This is the month. Okay, so it's pretty solid lineup. Like this month right now, you only have a couple more days at the time of recording to pick up Arkham Knight and Darksiders 3 for free. So this was a killer month.
You also get all the Arkham trilogy and 3 Lego Batman games if you have a PC and you have Epic Game Stores for free.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Like,
PC
that's
Master Race.
crazy.
What?
Yeah, dude. Yep. Download the Epic Game Store, Jack. Get it.
Like, just the Epic Game Store, and that's it.
Yeah, that's all you need, and it's free. Everything's free.
You get 6 games for free.
They give you free games every week.
Yeah, it's insane.
And I don't
it's
pay for
crazy.
anything. I just have to own the Epic Game
Right,
Store.
correct.
Yeah.
Are they dumb?
They're just trying to get you excited about it.
There's allegations that they have like spyware on your computer, but you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah,
you get free games.
dude. China's
I got 6 Batman games.
Yeah,
Yeah, there you go.
there it is. So yeah, good month for things.
Why didn't they announce Batman? God damn it.
Yeah, where is Batman? Right, I'm gonna Google this right now. Batman.
Well, it was his birthday. He
game.
was probably at home.
Being
Oh,
sad.
his birthday was a couple days ago.
I'm
He
sorry,
needs to
that's
get back on
not
it.
funny.
Yeah, like
What?
okay, all these articles are like, hey, they teased the Batman game. Oh, even CNN wrote about how Batman Arkham Origins stuff. Like, all these people are tweeting about the new Batman game, and there's no Batman game. Where's the Batman game? I want it. The end.
Now I'm sad. Very, very sad.
Don't be sad. Don't be sad. It'll come.
I did like them Batman games.
Them Batman games is good.
Actually,
Actually,
I never played Origins.
I didn't either, but I did play through the other 3 Arkham games last summer, just to, like replay them and like. God,
Oh, okay.
Dang.
God damn.
Just
Because-
so good.
I remember the reason why I stopped playing Origins was it wasn't made by the same company. So I was like,
Right.
okay, I guess I'll play it. And then like in the first 10 minutes, they did make me feel like Batman because they just told me what to do.
Oof.
Because he was sitting there, he was like, I should throw my batarang at this thing. And I was like, dude, like let me solve my Batman
Yeah,
puzzle.
let me figure that out. That's why the first couple
like
games
I'm
are so good.
Batman.
2
Yeah.
out of 10 didn't make me feel like Batman.
Too much water.
0 to 10, not Batman.
So yeah, pretty good lineup. But then Last of Us
Yeah.
2 was the last thing they showed.
Let me just.
Yep. Go for it.
The trailer ended, and I immediately played it over again. Hearing my sweet old man Joel come at the very end and goes, "You think I'm gonna let you do this alone?" I was like, "Oh my god, my whole heart."
it's
my dad.
$10 says he dies within the first hour.
I bet he's
fuck
living on
up.
borrowed time. I never played. Okay, that's not true. I have never beaten The Last of Us.
Neither have I.
I have played it.
What?
I've never played it.
I have played.
What?
Yeah. So let me. No. I have to explain this to you. So I have bought that game 3 times. Okay.
Wait, what?
Yeah. So I have never gotten a working copy of The Last of Us. So when I got it's horrible. So when the game was coming out, like to get us all hyped, like a representative from Sony came to the GameStop I worked at, and we got to play the game, like 3 hours of the game early. Right? It was awesome, great game. I was like, hell yes, I'll pre-order this game. I pre-ordered it that night, and I was so excited for it. Day one, it comes out. I can't play it because I have to go like out of town and do stuff. I get back, I forget it exists. I get a PS4. Okay, whatever. Like, I just never ended up playing it on my PS3 because of just reasons. And then PS4 comes out. I'm like, cool, I'll grab the PS4. I'll grab Last of Us Remastered. In the intro, you know that amazingly tense intro? Mm-hmm. The whole time, like, you know, you have to ride in a car for a bit of that intro. The characters were literally sitting, like, in the middle of the roof of the car. Like, no characters. Anytime a character wanted to sit down in that entire game, they'd be like 6 feet off of the seat. And like, I couldn't figure out what happened. It was just bugged, and then like my game would crash right before the intro was over every time.
Weird.
Take it back to GameStop. Hey man, I need a new copy. All right, that's fine. I put in my new copy. No sound at all. No sound at all on the game. No, nothing. So I gave up.
That game didn't want to be played.
Yeah, I gave up. I said, you know what? Like, it doesn't matter.
You didn't play on the PS3, and you let your copy sit there and die like a loser.
I know.
So this is
Damn.
that PS3 copy going, you know what, Parker? Fuck you.
I know. I'm a bad person.
Only PlayStation could do backwards compatibility. Weird.
If only Parker just came over to my house and borrowed the copy that 100% works that I've been literally dangling in front of his face for the past few years, saying,
With
"Hey,
his
this
luck,
works."
he'll put it into his PlayStation, and his PlayStation will blow up. So.
It's true. It'll get struck by
Well, now that
lightning.
I have never had any issues with that game. I've played that game 6 times.
Okay. Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
I watched a full Let's Play of the game, so I know the story.
Because when I beat it, and then first of all, I played a shit ton in the online.
Right. You talk about that often.
The online is incredible.
Mm-hmm.
But now that it's digital, you have no reason not to play it.
No, you're right. You're absolutely
and it's free.
right.
You're gonna play that game, and it's gonna be great. You're gonna cry. You're gonna maybe get a little horny. Depends on what if you would want to have sex with a ghoul.
All right. That's out there.
Yeah, whatever your preference is, Parker. I don't know.
Hey,
I mean, some of the zombies are pretty hot.
Damn it.
Specifically, the bloaters.
Okay,
are
we're
very
editing
cute.
all this out, right?
I mean, if you don't like comedy, I guess. Yeah, we're editing this all out.
Damn it. Okay, wait. Start over then.
I even lost my train
No,
of thought.
just keep it in. Just keep it in.
Yeah, we all want to have sex with ghouls. No, so like the Last of Us 2 trailer, that trailer looks fucking incredible.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, the I don't even know what these new zombies are, but that it looked like a bloater, the big bloater with like that vibrant red light.
Mm.
Ugh.
I haven't seen it, so I have no idea what you're talking about.
It was a grisly trailer.
It was dark.
Lots of blood and guts and
Lot of
explosions
blood.
and shooting and
Yeah, it was.
Last of
really
Us is
good.
story based, though, right? Like,
Yeah.
that's the
Yes.
main focal point.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
what did you gather from the trailer, story wise?
So story wise, it is so this is kind of like a second part to the original trailer they released.
right.
So this is like
The
after
gameplay
that,
or the trailer?
The trailer.
like the
Okay.
trailer, the original
Okay.
trailer of like her and that one girl kissing,
Okay.
and then it's them hanging out. Like the trailer starts with them like just like talking and flirting, and then it's them going out on a mission. And from what I gather, the girlfriend gets captured. Ellie goes to save her, and then because they don't really show any of it, they just show like Ellie's face or like her walking around. So what I gathered from it is that when she goes to like save her, they just kill her.
Yeah, which I thought was like, why the fuck would you show us that in the trailer?
Yeah.
Like,
But at
even,
the same
like
time,
even if
like-
it's not her that dies,
No.
it's like that whole situation. Don't show me that in the trailer.
But I also don't know how soon that could also be like just the opening, like in The Last of Us. It could be like
Before the title
five
screen.
minutes. Like it's not even like the game yet.
Yeah, true.
And then it's her going like, I'm gonna go fucking kill every last one of these motherfuckers. And then everyone else around her is like, that's a bad idea. Do you know how many that? You don't know how big this corporation is. And she's like, I don't give a fuck. Fuck these guys.
It looks
And
pretty good.
that's when we meet Joel, and he's like, I'll come with. I'll help you. He's old now.
He is old, man. Lots of time seems to have passed between
yeah.
this one and the last one.
I mean, the first one, she was like, what, 14?
Yeah, I think that was
And now, I mean, it looked like she owned a house. So old enough to have a house.
Well, I mean, it's post-apocalyptic. Yeah.
probably
I'm
just
sure you
found
could
a
own a
house.
house.
true. That's true.
Whichever house you come across is yours.
But also, in the trailer, it looked like they're rebuilding society.
Yeah, I definitely got that vibe. Is that it's like later on
So-
they figured some shit out.
Like, because the first game takes place 20 years after it. So there's, like, kind of a rebuild, but they're still, like, super messy.
Yeah.
This feels like the government is, like the strong government control is, like, gone. And now it's more of, like, they're also, like, in the middle of, like, the mountains.
Yeah, it looks kind of all over the place, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. Like it has the graphics look good. Some of the animations in the trailer were a little janky to me.
Really?
Am I like I thought that like the horse riding animations and stuff in the snow looked a little funky.
There was one part when she was, like, calling for her friend's name.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought the face animation didn't look very good.
Yeah, I didn't think the face
Like, it
animation
didn't, like,
in
get matched
general
up.
was that
That was, like,
impressive.
the only scene. But I also don't... Like, it hasn't been released yet, but it's also super close to it being released.
Yeah,
That
February.
I feel like I could, like, judge it.
Yeah, I mean, like,
You
and
know?
I don't want to be nitpicky. I feel like one of my
Yeah.
problems is that I'm a nitpicky person. Like, I'll sit there and I'll be like, this thing is bad, this thing is bad, this thing is bad, but I enjoyed the movie. Like, I'm one of those people. So, like, I mean, some of the animations were janky and whatever, but I don't care because when I played Last of Us, I'm going to care about this story.
Yeah.
But also, like,
The
a release
game-
date is a pretty big deal.
How was
Game
the
is
voice
released
acting?
February 28th, 2020.
Yep, it's going to be amazing.
Is-
Voice acting is great,
Good,
Trace.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a
I
Naughty
mean-
Dog game.
It's they have that Sony endless pocket of money.
Yep. Literally, if the rumors about Uncharted 4 are to be believed.
Yeah, like I feel like I almost said Nintendo. I feel like Sony understands like the weight that Naughty Dog carries when it comes to their games of just like people fucking buying them.
Yeah.
Like no matter the amount of money that they spend, they will make it back.
Yes. That's, yeah.
Because with people like Parker who will buy it 3 times.
Ta-da.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm one of those, man. It's like Grand
Yeah.
Theft Auto 5. I've bought it 6 times. I mean, like, I'm just one of those people, man. Like, I will buy a game multiple times because I'll like it, I'll return it, or I'll trade it in, and then I'll, like, a couple months later, I'll be like, damn, where's that? Oh, I traded it in, and I'll just go buy it again. Like, I have a
I've done it with
sickness.
2 games.
I have a disease. But yeah,
I feel like out of the entire lineup, the only game we didn't talk is Arise.
yeah, because I totally zoned out. Every time I watched the State of Play twice.
Mm-hmm.
Once when it was happening, and once like probably like 25 minutes before we got together to record this, and I zoned out during Arise both times.
Ooh.
That's probably a good sign.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty though. It looks pretty, and it looks like
It's-
trippy and cool.
Yeah, it seems like one of those like I don't even know how to explain it. Like I don't want to say like there's not really a story. It's more about like just the experience of like walking around.
Yeah, it looks like one of those indie games that people are gonna like because of the atmosphere that it creates.
Yeah.
And because you're able to project your own story onto the story, like you're able to project a lot of yourself into it. kind of like Celeste or Firewatch or something like that, where it just looks like a quiet thought piece. So I think that that's kind of cool.
I think this whole state of play could have just been Call of Duty and The Last of Us.
Or yeah, or just like an email.
Yeah, or like
you have to waste our
When
time
you
with
show
it.
up to the meeting, you're like, you could just send me an email, dude.
Yep.
or like not even have one because Call of Duty isn't like a Sony exclusive. Like it could have just been like, hey, we're dropping The Last of Us trailer today.
Yeah,
And then like tomorrow they go, holy shit, they're dropping the COD trailer.
Yeah, it was just real funky.
How else would you talk about these other games?
Yeah, I mean, like, if I was an indie developer, I'd be hyped to get a spot.
Yeah.
But
like,
I don't think I want them.
I don't think you can be, because, like, what's the public impression going to be?
Of what?
So, like,
what?
So, like, okay, so Nintendo has their directs dedicated just for indies, and you know what you're getting into when you start watching it. You're just getting indies, don't expect anything big. Then they have their big directs, which is literally all their big games.
Yep.
When you put these indies in between all these big games, it's like, okay, you're just wasting my time now. Let's get to the next thing.
So you're saying
how long
that
was it?
The
whole
state of play was 20 minutes.
Point, yeah.
Yeah, so like, okay, so we went from Call of Duty to Watom, and like halfway through, I'm like, okay, can we like get to the next thing already? Like,
Yeah.
if they like just grouped all the indie stuff or all the small stuff like in their own section, and then had like the big state of play, whatever, with Call of Duty, Last of Us, maybe some more Death Stranding, I'm sure that they could have fit in there or something. Then I feel like that would have been a stronger state of play than just a bunch of small stuff with some big stuff at the beginning and end.
And I think that is why Sony is just not good at this kind of thing. And that goes back to what we were talking about earlier, where they just like do not understand their audience or like how their audience thinks about video games. Because at the heart of it, like Sony is just, it feels like Sony is getting way more. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Because I feel like Nintendo makes their games and makes their hardware. And Sony makes the hardware and other people make their games. So they're like, look at what people are making for our console. Whereas Nintendo is like, look at what we're offering you with our like the environment we've created.
Sony has first party studios though. I mean,
they do, but even that feels like, like The Last of Us, like Naughty Dog or something like this felt like, hey, look at what you can play on our console. Whereas Nintendo is like, look at what the Nintendo family has made for you.
Yeah.
Our valued customer.
So do you think it's like, so let's compare it. Let's say Microsoft dropped a decent direct or whatever however you want to spin it. And they started off with Halo Infinite.
Yep.
A content pack for Gears 5 and Cuphead 2 as their like big closer.
Sounds great.
So, I mean, that's all stuff that Microsoft makes that like is exclusive to their console. So I'm just wondering, like, does Sony just need to focus on their exclusives, like their first party stuff, to like actually show off what their console, like why their console is worth it? Or are they just so far in the lead this generation that they just don't care? And
like that's what I thought the state of play was gonna be.
Yeah, same.
Was like, here's like Sony shit. Here's like stuff you can only do on PlayStation. And then they're like, oh, but like Civ 6, LA Noire case files.
Yeah, it's so weird. I think that them being in the lead has definitely changed a lot of things. At least that's what it feels like. Games don't feel the same as they did, at the beginning of this generation, at least. Like, this generation has brought us things so terrible that I don't even want to talk about them. Like, microtransactions and segmented games like Final Fantasy VII and Hitman. And, like, this generation is so weird.
yeah,
And Sony being disconnected is almost like part of it. I don't know. It just feels funky. There's some funk to it.
I feel like Sony's always been disconnected though.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I was saying earlier. It's just like they don't understand.
I mean, I feel like we all remember the original PlayStation 3.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
That was
God.
like $1 billion with like all these like 7 different card readers.
And they thought people would buy it. The
And
Walkman guys.
They're like $600, and you're like $600.
Yeah.
What?
It's kind of standard now.
Well,
Yeah.
500 at least. But I don't, well, so Xbox 360 obviously was the clear winner of that generation.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I think it goes without saying that it's kind of switched this generation. PlayStation 4 outsold Xbox One like many times over.
no contest. Yeah.
So it seems like the underdog it always is focusing more on their consumers while the person in the lead kind of focuses more on corporate.
Yeah.
Because Xbox has been doing so much consumer friendly shit preparing for next gen that it's kind of mind boggling.
Yeah, I totally agree. Their E3 presentation, dummy thick, like so good. They've changed my mind. Like I thought my Xbox was garbage, and I still think that my Xbox over there is garbage. I'm not gonna touch it, right? But at least they've
You have
made me.
an Xbox One?
I have an Xbox One S. Yeah, it's terrible. I hate it so much because there's not like it can't run the games that it like boasts. But I am excited for Xbox going forward. I think the brand of Xbox is in a really good place. I just think they need next gen to be here right now.
Do you think that them kind of doing hand in hand, because Microsoft does, Xbox and Windows, do you think them doing hand in hand PC stuff like Xbox Game Pass PC and putting their games on PC, is that a detriment to the Xbox brand since you can also play it on PC?
No. Because I think that the Xbox is their alternative to PC gaming.
Yeah.
I think that that's them selling a thing that's saying like, hey, like if you can't afford a nice PC, like get our Xbox. It's dope. You can play games amazingly well on this thing because it's designed to just do that, right? But then they're also saying if you do have a PC, if you're one of those people, it's like you can just choose now which system you prefer.
Yeah, I guess they're getting big into the streaming service too, so
and
they're gonna
like
have a lot of options.
Yeah, Microsoft, like with Windows 10, like the whole point was to like have one operating system that does a lot of things, like one operating system for many like items, right? And bring all of them together into one thing, and that's what Windows 10 is all about. So them spreading Xbox out between PC and like this PC version of Xbox that we're getting and the actual Xbox, it makes total sense with what they're going for. And I think that that's going to just absolutely dominate next gen. That's going to be awesome.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What about you, Jack? Are you an Xbox believer or
Well,
you still a Sony pony?
I have been a Sony pony
Me
for
too.
a long time.
Ever since the good old days.
So, like, I mean, like in my living room, I have all my PlayStations like in a line, all plugged in.
It's true. I've seen it.
Like they're all ready to go, and I can play them at any time. So it's like there's like, I mean, I own an Xbox One, like the original one. For a week.
Damn
and I was like, fuck,
Wow.
dude, this thing's garbage.
Yeah.
Did you play Halo?
No, I played whatever Tomb Raider came out on.
Okay, well, that's your first mistake.
Wait, no, don't sit there and try to tell me that Halo 5 is what sold you on the
No,
Xbox
you said
One.
the original Xbox.
Oh,
No,
okay.
no, not the original Xbox.
Oh, Xbox.
The original
I was about to be
Xbox
mad
One.
at you for liking Halo 5.
I thought he was talking about the original Xbox. But
No,
they need a new name for their console.
I agree.
I grew up with an original Xbox. That's what I played.
Okay.
Really. SSX Tricky all day, baby.
Woo!
That's not a Xbox exclusive. But no, I owned the first Xbox One for a week.
Okay.
And it was like, ugh, and I returned it. And that, I think, just like put a bad taste in my mouth ever since. I also thought the Xbox 360 was ugly. Like the home menu system.
Yeah.
That was just bad. Xbox, the One menus, at least at the time, I don't know what they are now, bad. And so it's like, after just my experiences with those two consoles, I don't think I'll ever buy an Xbox.
I hate the operating system as well.
Yeah, like there's nothing that, like, it's not even that I'm a Sony fanboy. Like I now have a PC, so it's like, I have like those are my two things. But there's like there's nothing that I think Xbox can do that'll make me actually interested in the Xbox.
I think that's completely interesting because I think you're their exact target demographic going forward.
What makes you say that?
I think that they are trying to focus so hard on their community and doing consumer friendly practices and all this crap that they're like trying to win over people like you who are saying, I'm not going to give Xbox a shot. Why would I? And they're kind of just going forward and saying, well, here's the reasons why. I think it'll be interesting going forward, going to next gen, seeing if your perception changes at all or if it stays the same.
I just from a now standpoint, I don't think my perception will change because it's not like I don't even think I'm listening to what Xbox is saying. No matter what they're yelling at me, it could be like they're like, "Hey, we'll give you $1 billion and greater." Like they could make like an actual great console that like for me would be incredible, but I'm like, they're not even in my peripheral.
Okay.
Like I'm just like, yeah, I'll just get the PS5.
But at the same time, they're also, it's not really them. They're not relying on them telling you. They're relying on everyone around you telling you.
Right.
Like they're appealing to everybody.
Yeah.
So like
Really smart.
if you hear word of mouth from all your friends, like, okay, this new Xbox is great, or wow, Microsoft's really turning it around. Like eventually you'll hear it enough times to where you'll like turn your head a little bit and see what's going on. And then maybe that'll be just enough to like make you actually look at it. But I think that they're trying to do the broad net approach where they're trying to reach as many people as they can and then let it go from there. So it'll be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, like if they can get my attention, that'd be dope. But like the thing that Sony, like, I just like prefer Sony's exclusives and what they have.
Yeah, that's another big thing.
So it'd be like, it's not like which one am I gonna buy? It's like, oh, you want me to also buy yours? I don't know, like, because it's like I want to play whatever Naughty Dog Death Stranding sequels or whatever Kojima does. So it's like it's not like a or like this one or that. It's like this one and this one, which just seems like a lot.
Yeah,
well, and their exclusives have just sucked. Even Phil Spencer is like, our exclusives were trash this gen. Like they cannot do that again.
I mean, I take that as a good sign. I mean, Phil Spencer took over halfway through the Xbox One life cycle.
Yes, yeah.
So him coming through and saying like, yeah, this generation has kind of sucked for exclusives means that he at least knows that it sucks and he's not ignoring it.
Right.
And going forward, they know it, so they have to change it.
Right.
They can't do it again and be like, oh, we didn't know. Like you guys admitted to knowing, so they have to change it, right?
Right. Like, I mean, this gen has been, what, the last 6 years? 7 years? Like, it takes... For some of these games, like, Last of Us 2 has been in development that, like, entire time. You know, like, it takes a long-ass time to develop a game that's, like, gonna close out the gen or that's gonna, like, open it or whatever. Like, so by the time Microsoft realized they were behind, it's like, how could they have possibly developed an exclusive? Like, they were just so far behind from the get-go, canceling all those games and stuff. Like, they were set up to, like, do all right. And, like, F in the chat for Scalebound. Like, we'll never see
that game was never going to be good anyways.
You're Scalebound?
Man, it's...
That game was never going to be good.
Just look that one up, Jack, at some point. It looks... It was going to be cool. It was going to be cool.
It was never going to be a good game.
Well,
I'm sorry to tell you.
Well... Agree to disagree.
This game.
Yeah, man, it looks
if
pretty good.
If it was going to be a good game, they would have released it.
Ouch, man.
Does this medieval guy have headphones?
Yeah, dude, it was crazy.
The Xbox One came out November 22nd, 2013, so it's been almost 6 years.
Almost 6 years, wow. That's crazy how time has just flown by.
So they've also acquired so many studios as well.
Yeah, that's a huge plus for them.
These past 2 years. So I have to imagine that they've talked about next gen this year. They're either going to deep dive into it next year at E3 and release it holiday time like they usually do.
I thought that's what they said they would do.
We're talking about Xbox?
Yeah. I don't think they gave a concrete anything based on when they're releasing. I just remember they're saying they'll have more to say next year or something.
Okay.
I have to imagine all the studios that they've acquired and even their first party studios that aren't working on anything, like not obviously not Coalition because they just released Gears 5.
Right.
343 is working on Halo Infinite. That's confirmed for Xbox One and also the next gen Xbox
Right.
launch title. All their other first party studios that they've acquired and even more beyond that, I have to assume are working on launch title games for the next Xbox. Because we've heard nothing because they've acquired so many studios, yet we've heard nothing about new exclusives for the Xbox.
So do you think that the Scarlet is going to launch with like just a buttload of titles?
I think if they're gonna come out, they're gonna come out hard. That's what I feel. Because they announced last year that they acquired like 5 different studios, and then they announced this year that they acquired like 3 more studios. Like, and we've heard nothing about games. We've just heard about studios.
That's a really good point. I mean, it would be. I don't think that'll like. I'm just gonna say I don't think that'll happen. I think they'll launch with Halo, and they'll be like, play Halo on the new Xbox, and we have a couple other games. But I don't think it'll be a big blast. But I would love for it to be a big blast.
That would
Or
be
maybe even launch window. Maybe not launch day, but launch window, like the first month or 2.
First, yeah, like I'd say within the first like 3 months. Like that was when I was like sold on the PS4.
Yeah.
So it needs to be a solid few months, like through the first. I don't know. I mean, like I'd even say like through the first year. Like as long as we get through the first like holiday cycle, and there's some solid games.
And I also feel like they haven't talked about any games because the games that they're working on just can't work on Xbox One, so there's no reason to talk about it.
Yeah.
They haven't even announced Scarlet yet, or whatever it's actually going to be.
Like, because
That's
they
just my
talked
thinking.
about it. They talked about it, but like, they don't. There were no specifics really.
They like glossed over it. They're like, it's going to be this powerful, this, and this. They like went over specs, but they didn't actually like talk about it.
Right. Yeah. Right. And we don't know what the fuck the PS5 is going to be.
I mean, PlayStation hasn't said a word about PlayStation 5.
Yeah, I don't even know if they're thinking about it. They have to.
Oh,
They are. They are. They said like they specifically brought it up with this state of play. They said don't ask about it, but we will have news soon. So.
do you think next gen comes out next year or the year after?
Next year, for sure. Because it can't be this year, but I know that it'll be next year. And if like at least the Xbox will, because they've already committed to that. I could have sworn that at E3 they said holiday 2020 for the Scarlet. I was pretty sure.
It could be a thing. I don't remember.
Either way, I think Xbox will come out first, unless Sony's saying nothing, and then they just jump on it. Like they just like jump 1 month ahead of the Xbox and say fuck you. But I think Xbox is way far ahead because Xbox isn't in the lead right now.
You're correct. They did say holiday 2020.
Oh, damn.
Also,
Okay.
I also Googled when does the Xbox, and the first thing that came up was when does the Xbox 2 come out? And this website says Xbox 2, everything we know, release dates, blah, 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 blah. They're literally calling it, they're like, PS5, but how much do we actually know about the Xbox 2?
That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. And
It's not the Xbox 2. Not even close.
no.
What?
No.
I mean, what else do you call it until they like give a name?
The Xbox Scarlet. They called it
that's like-
Scarlet.
That's their code name for it, but that's not the actual name.
I want it to be the
But,
actual
like-
name, though.
It'd
It's
be
a
pretty
cool
lit.
name. It's a cool name.
Hmm.
I don't know.
What else?
I guess
What-
we'll just have to wait and see.
We'll see. We'll see. Games are a mystery right now, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh,
This
I
is
just
crazy.
found an Xbox 2 website.
Oh, don't click the link. You're gonna
That
get a
has
virus.
to be fake.
Oh, I'm already on. It is a. It's just a website for the Xbox 2, but it looks like it's like a fake. They're trying to sell me a fake Xbox.
Oh my god! Like, is that a Soldier Boy console?
Oh, God.
Dude, these.
Should we bring that story back?
This is great content.
So should we bring this news story from December all the way back? The Soldier game.
Soja Boy. Dang, that's not, I can't even call it that because that's just his name.
Yeah. Well, cool. I don't
Yeah.
have anything else for today.
Yeah.
What about you
I
guys?
just want
it.
to say
That's
quickly,
it.
Destiny 2 comes out free to play next Tuesday
For free.
on Steam. They're leaving Activision for real.
For real.
Goodbye.
Ooh.
Bye bye.
And
goodbye.
also their content drop. I don't know if you guys took a look. I posted a link earlier.
I didn't end up checking it out.
they are going straight their vision with it. I can tell. Like it's like light MMO, pretty much. Everything that they've talked about, and I can't wait. But that's all I have to say about that because I have no idea. I'll have more next week.
Hell yeah, dude! I can't wait to hear about it. Like I'm excited. I'll definitely be grabbing that. Destiny's a great game, and it deserves more
it'll
attention.
be free. No reason not to.
It'll be free.
It will be free, but will I play it?
We'll make you play it. This will be a
Destiny
Destiny
2.
podcast now.
Destiny 2 is actually a really good game.
It's an awesome game.
It doesn't get enough props.
I pulled several all-nighters playing that and Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 last year.
If you guys want to force me to play it, you gotta play it with me.
I mean,
That's
the
the
point
plan.
of Destiny.
That is the plan.
Maybe that's why I didn't enjoy Destiny because I played alone.
You're not supposed to play that game alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll make it happen. Oh, hey, we got 3 though. That's like a fire team.
Yep, there we go. We're set.
Oh, we get boom. That's content. Podcast. Look for it. Look, we got it. Boom.
We talk about Destiny 2 and Deadly Premonition.
Oh, God.
That's it. We got
That's our podcast.
the
That's
double D podcast.
Double D's.
Deadly Premonition
Boy.
and Destiny 2.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Also, boys,
We
right.
are in the.
Before we call it quits, I just want to say I'm going to TwitchCon this weekend.
It's true.
Maybe there'll be some game demos that I can play and bring back some content for you guys.
Ooh, do it.
Ooh.
We'll have to
Then we'll
see.
be a respectable games podcast.
We will. We'll have the first
We're
look.
doing the real hard-hitting news.
Make sure to get your press badge, all right?
Oh yeah, I'll be there.
Like, excuse me, I'm on a games podcast. Which one?
It's the game one.
The gaming
Game one.
podcast. That's the name of it. What do you mean?
I love it. All right, guys. Well, that's it for this one.
Thanks
Hey.
for listening.
Yeah.
Talk to you next week.
Yeah.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah.
Share with your friends.
Follow us on Twitter and Twitch.
Give us name suggestions because we still don't have a name.
Yeah. That's. God damn it.
That doesn't have to do with Deadly Premonition, please.
Or maybe it does.
But maybe it doesn't. All right. Bye.
All right, see you guys.
Okay, bye, gamers.